everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's recipe, I'll be showing you guys how to make volcano pork chop. I'm extremely excited to show you guys this recipe because it's been a minute since I cooked pork chops on here for you guys. So if you love cooking pork chops, stay tuned. You're going to enjoy today's recipe. Before I show you guys how it's done, please, if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you think this video was helpful, do not forget to hit the like button for me, and let's jump right into the recipe. Here's what you need to make today's recipe. Everything will be listed below. I'm using sriracha sauce, honey, rice vinegar, ginger. The ginger will add so much flavor to these pork chops. Also, I'm using minced garlic, dry pepper flakes. For the seasonings, I'm using garlic powder, slap your mama seasoning, paprika, lemon pepper, Italian seasoning. Also, I'm using dry pepper flakes, butter. These are the pork chops that I'm going to be using. They're bone-in, however, you can use boneless pork chops. Shall we begin? Let's go. Okay, first thing you're going to do is drizzling some olive oil to your pork chops. Once you're done, you're going to rub that in just like I'm doing. Make sure to flip it over and drizzle some more olive oil on the other side and rub that in as well. Once done, you are going to sprinkle your seasoning on the pork chops. Make sure to mix the seasoning with a fork prior to sprinkling it to your pork chops. Now I am going to sprinkle, then rub that in as well. Rubbing the seasoning in will help the seasoning penetrate into the meat and make this pork chop nice and flavorful. Now that the pork chops are nice and well seasoned, it's time to cook them. I'm going to be using these stainless steel cookware that I purchased from Costco. I'll try to find the link and leave it down below for you guys. But I'm going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil to my medium-high heat skillet. Once that is nice and hot, we're going to place the pork chops in. Now this is how you prevent the pork chop from curling up. You make sure you cook that fat first, honey. It works every single time, so don't forget to cook the fat first. Now I'm going to cook the pork chops for about 4 to 5 minutes per side because we don't want any raw pork chops because we're going to strictly cook it on stovetop. However, if you're using a thicker pork chops, you can, after you sear them, you can also pop them in the oven or the air fryer. Now I'm going to sear the other one as well. Flip that over for now and allow it to cook for another 4 to 5 minutes. Now I'm going to remove these and set them aside. I have one more pork chop to cook, so we're going to quickly cook that, and I'll show you guys how to make the volcano sauce. Now to make the sauce, it's extremely easy. Here's what you do. You're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter to the same skillet you were using. You're going to allow that to melt. Once that is melted, you are going to add your minced garlic. I'm going to cook the garlic for about 30 seconds or until fragrance. Next, I'm going to add the ginger in. You can also add a piece of ginger if you don't want that strong ginger taste, but trust me, you will barely taste the ginger, but at the same time, you will taste the difference through the meat as you eating it. Now I'm going to add in the sriracha sauce. This is spicy for those who might be asking. It's extremely spicy, and to balance the spiciness, we're going to add the honey as well. If you don't have honey, use sugar, brown sugar. So I'm going to add that in. Now make sure your heat is on medium low at this point. Give that a stir just like so. Also, to give it a little bit of zing, we're going to add the rice wine vinegar. Add that and stir it up together. Also, I am going to add a little bit of water just to dilute it, everything. About 2 to 3 tablespoons, not a lot. You can add chicken broth if you want, but water is fine as well. I am going to stir as I go, and now is the perfect time for me to add the pork chops. Okay. You can also make pork chop bites with these. This recipe is very versatile. So yeah, now that's the remaining of the juice from the pork chops. So flavorful. Pour that in. Don't waste it. I'm going to baste the pork chops with the sauce. Y'all, this sauce is fire. It's so good, okay? Now I'm going to baste it. Basically, it is done. The pork chops are already cooked. This is the recipe. Extremely easy. How easy was this, right? And look at that. It's so bomb. It's so fire. Now I'm going to plate it for you. This is the fun part, okay? You can eat this with a side of vegetable, or you can have it with some rice, which is what I ate mine with. The pork chops were so tender, as you can see, super juicy. Can't really see it yet. There you go. The part that doesn't have the sauce, it's extremely juicy. Thank you for watching today's recipe. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if it was helpful, if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.